Hi, I'm Dan LeMay. I'm the instructor for your statistics class you signed up for this summer, and I thought I'd make this video to talk about, get you started on the right foot and how to proceed so that you can go smoothly and quickly and not maybe have to hunt around for too much stuff. Okay, so let me shut off my video and I'm going to share my screen, and that way you can walk you through this. Okay, so I'm in Canvas. I logged on to Canvas. And here's a student. Now, we've got this to-do list over here, and that's certainly a great tool to use. And people do. I find that people run into problems um, getting everything done, though, because they'll miss some important stuff because they're just running off the to-do list. So let's talk about where you can look at a more comprehensive document so you can see what to do each week. So I'm on the main landing page. You can get to the modules where most things happen. So you can click on that module link. You can click on that module link, and I usually click on this one, but they all work. At least they all should work. And then what you'll see the course resources, and maybe I'll take this time to show you this stuff. This page is a bunch of online calculators, so you don't have to have a graphing calculator. If you do have a TI graphing calculator, they're great tools and I can help you use them, but I don't want you to have to go spend $100 on one. Okay, there's plenty of things we can do online. And for most things, honestly, online stuff's better because that way you don't have to enter data into your calculator. There's another link to my office hours. You had that. I think I overlooked that. On the front page, I also have it here too. And you can grab some one-on-one Zoom time with me. I might tweak this a bit for the summer. I might do some open drop-in hours. Honestly, last couple of semesters, people haven't been using me too much. Did few regulars, but that's across 3 courses. So I don't know how useful that time is for people. So maybe I'll just make some drop in and you can show up if you want. You don't have to. They're totally optional. This is an asynchronous course, meaning that you don't have to be logged on at any time. You just have to get the week's work done by midnight, Monday night each week. Okay. So week 1 ends on May 29th. Okay. So you have to have stuff done. With that said, since I'm thinking about it too, if you run into problems, there's an illness, your family's sick, um, something happens, awful things happen to us in our lives. If that kind of things happen to you, you don't need to tell me the details, but just, hey, I need some more time, Dan, and I'll go give some extensions. The only thing I can't give extensions for is the discussion forum posts. And, depending on the situation, I might just exempt you from the discussion forums too. Okay, for that week, for that one, they're very important. That's why I think that's one thing the CCB does right. Is most courses require discussion forum posts. So, anyways, I usually have announcements up here. I probably ought to tweak this if there's only one showing. Maybe there's got 3 showing, but that gets busy. But you can go click on those. If you should have got an email from these, and if you didn't, you're welcome to read about them. The course did open up yesterday on Saturday. Today's Sunday, the 21st. It officially doesn't start till the Tuesday, the 23rd. I encourage you, if you work on the weekends, it'd be good to get started today if you have the time. That way you can it's an accelerated course. We're doing 15 weeks to work in 12 weeks. So it's a little bit tough. But how do you know what to do each week? Well, that's what I was really making this video for. So it's a couple places I'm going to show you. One thing I want you to do, if you go to this things to do on or before May 23rd, let's click on this link. One thing you definitely want to do is, whether or not you read all this stuff, that's up to you. But go get a copy of this. Go get a copy of the course syllabus and you print it. I would print this whole page as a PDF, save it. And that way, if you try to transfer this to another college and they don't know what math 2021, what you learned in this statistics class, you've got the whole essential objectives. And I don't know if the colleges care about the weekly schedule, but you will. So this is kind of what's going to happen on each week. And these are the topics, what chapters we're doing, what do you have to do to get done. Okay. And notice, let's see, was it week 3 is our first exam on the first 2 chapters, and you do not have any new work to do. We'll do this week. We'll do 1, 2, one's kind of light, so that's why I do that. And then next week is 3. And I think from here on out, for the rest of the course, you only have to do 1 chapter a week. Okay. Yeah, so we'll have an exam week 3, and there's no new work to do. You just have the exam to get through. So it would behoove you not to wait to the last minute to do that. Then we jump into 4, 5, 6. Then we get another exam week 8, right? Week 7 we get the exam. Week 7, here we go, 2-part exam. Okay. I think I got to tweak this. Or is this what the exam's on? Now I don't know. Yes, this must be what the exam's on. Okay. Chapter 5 and 6. Or 4, 5, 6 it is. Okay. And none of the exams are cumulative. You tested on the material since the last exam. I mean, it all kinds of builds anyways. So, I mean, back in week 1, we talk about kinds of variables, and I'm going to test you on that throughout the course. You got to know what kind of statistics to run on the different kinds of variables, and it keeps building. So, yeah, so I guess that's it. Do I want to stumble around anymore? Yeah, there's the course key for WebAssign. I think that's right. I know I've got it in other places in Canvas, and I'll show you that. I better go check out. Right, that's right. This is on the course eval, or on the course description. I set these up a couple months ago, and I never remember quite what I fixed and what I didn't fix. Well, we'll check it out. All right, so print that syllabus. That's what you want to do. And then let's go back to modules. Let's go back to course resources. I've got these online. This is a web page with a whole bunch of calculators. You can use those if you have a graphing calculator. And I'm not sure if I said this, but I'll say it again. If you have a graphing calculator, great. I'll show you how to use it. But I don't want you to have to go buy one. So there's all these online tools that work really well. This is a link to Dr. Stevens' video lectures. He does a great job using in his book. His book is more in the format of a workbook. Here, I think I've got that pulled up here. So you see what he's got. It's more of a workbook style rather than a textbook. Though this looks pretty textbooky. There are sections where examples and then some your turn things you can post. There's more stuff. And then when we get to the more mathy sections, he does a lot more like weighted averages or percentiles. He gives you some formulas, walks you through some examples. Okay. And this is what he does in his videos. He walks you through these written examples. Okay. So it's worth getting a paper copy of the book. I think you don't have to because WebAssign comes with an ebook. It's more of this is a copy of the PDF you can go buy for $10. The ebook and WebAssign is more of a page turner kind of, they make it look like it's a physical textbook kind of by turning pages. It's a little clunky, I think, but I digress right now. That's just me. So then here's a link to the tables in the back of the book. If you go with the ebook out at WebAssign, I don't think they're included with that version of it. So you can download them here, use them here. Here's the solutions. All those your turn. Let's find some your turn. See these your turn questions here in Canvas. I've got the answers to all of those. Wrong book browser. Here we go. Where are they? Here's the your turn solutions, and here's the detailed solutions, the summary worksheets in the back of every chapter. Dr. Stevens has a set of summary problems, summary worksheets, he calls them. And discussions. This would be a great thing to post in the discussion forums, by the way. Here's the summary worksheet, and the answers are there on that link. You can also, let's see if I can find, here you go. Out of Dr. Stevens' website, he also has a video for each of those summary worksheets. So it'll help you get the material down. Okay, so I haven't yet gone down to, it's the second time I've recorded this video today, so I'm not quite sure what I've done yet. Oh, and here's Stevens Think Do. This is for on the textbook. All those questions in the problem set that are starred, that have the asterisks. This is his, or Dr. Stevens, his, or some grad student. Those are the answers to all those starred exercises. Okay. Yeah, here, this one here, not the summary worksheets. All righty, so I think I've gone through that. I know I went through it quickly. Come check them out and click on them. It'll help you out. It'll help you. It'll be worth your time this first day or so of the course to jump in and check those out. And of course, here's the introductions form. And this is if I haven't done it yet, just I'll post some other things that always come up, and I like saying and having it right out front. Then each week, you're going to have a module open up. So week 2 will open up on Saturday, the 27th, even though the week doesn't start until Monday or Tuesday, the 30th. I try to let you work ahead if you want to. And this is going to be a link to that video. Here's the week 1 overview. This is what I want to show you. I think I may have spoken about this, but let me do this. Canvas has a very nice to-do list. It's incomplete though. Okay, you don't want to just follow this, you'll miss some stuff. So if you go back to modules and week 1 overview, this is the one I want you to look at every week. Please do it. This will save you headache. It'll scalp your grade. I'm going to tell you if we got a quiz that week, and I'll tell you where it is, either out at WebAssign or here in Canvas. You got to pay attention. Tells you what we're going to do for new work. These quizzes are also always on the past week's work, never on anything new. So what I recommend is go ahead and do, when you start the week, go knock off that quiz right off the bat while everything's nice and fresh. As far as I'm concerned, it's all open note. I couldn't police if I wanted to. You can go open up the WebAssign exercises. You can use your textbook for anything you did. So it should be, if they're untimed, you can open and close it as many times as you want. It's just due by midnight Monday night. Okay. Each week. And then here, talk about what we're going to do. And notice this week for week 1 and 2, in chapter 1, chapter 2, there's some things I don't want you to pay any attention to. They just are confusing, and you don't have to worry about it. Chebyshev's theorem's okay, but we don't need to do it. Okay, I'm not going to ask that of you. Yes, and there's a link to Dr. Stevens' videos again. That takes you out to this website, and you'll be able to have, he has videos worked out for each week. And then there's some ungraded practice, as I mentioned in the textbook. Anything that's starred in these problem sets is practice for you, and you get the answers. You don't worry about Simpson's paradox, as I said. And you what the nice thing about in those detailed solutions, he shows you how to do all those. Why would you want to do this if this is ungraded? I think by doing the ones, at least doing the ones that seems challenging to you, will help you speed along with the online exercises, because they're just most of them in the WebAssign things questions are just variations of this. So you'll have some randomly assigned numbers that you got to deal with rather than these fixed numbers. Okay, so there's that ungraded stuff. Let's come back and look at the oops, I'm there. And then the graded practice, of course, is out at WebAssign. That's a paid thing. You have to buy that. It's, I don't know what I think eCampus charges 60 something bucks for it. You can buy it directly from WebAssign for like 45 bucks. So if you're okay doing that, if you buy, I got a video in that in the FAQ too. I'll make sure, I'll try to remember to make sure to go back to that before we leave this video. Yeah, so if that's required, you got to do it. What I do with those assignments, though, that are online exercises, try them all, get a 70% correct. I'll write in a full credit grade in Canvas. The reason I do this is because sometimes you have the right answer, but how you're putting in the software doesn't understand. So that's why I do that. That's very frustrating. I've taken courses, online math courses, where I had the right answer, but I was just typing it in weird in a way that the software didn't want. So it was very, very, very nerve wracking. So I don't want you to put you through that. With a quiz though, like the quizzes out at WebAssign, that you want to send me work for. I mean, if you got something wrong, you lost a point and you think you did it right, I want to see some work, thinking explanation about it before I'll add in any points. But that doesn't hold for the problem sets. There's also MyOpen Math you can choose to do, and there's a link I put in about how to get registered out there. I'm sorry, it's another registration. VSE has Canvas locked down in such a way that I can't add these in. I used to be able to, but they changed that. So at least it's free. You can sign in. I got a page about how to do that in the FAQ. I think this is worth your time also, because you're going to see problems in another context, and your exams and some of your quizzes, I'm going to give you questions that are not in the same context, same math, but not in the same context as what Dr. Stevens has for his examples. Okay, so it'll help you out. You don't have to do them all. Again, if you do choose to do them and you try them all, get a 70%, I'll write in another full credit grade for you. It makes why doing these kind of assignments will make something that you don't do as well on worth a little less. Okay. Then the last thing each week, well, I don't know if the last thing each week, but something I gotta hold you to is the discussion board posts. And the first one's due every Saturday night. The last one's due by every Monday night. You can do them both before Saturday night if you want. I can't do the Saturday night on Sunday night. It's late. You're not going to get the points for it. Once a week, once the deadline closes, nobody's going to go look at it. It's important. I think they're important because I know when I take an online class, if I'm having trouble with a problem, the first thing I'll do is I'll go look in the discussion forum post and see if somebody else has posted about it, and maybe somebody showed their work for that question. Sometimes I will, as a student, I'll go in and show my work for a question, just because I know it's going to be hard. And I got the benefit of teaching math for so many years that I kind of know where people go astray. So that's why I do it too. Try to help my peers out. Maybe it's pretentious. I don't know. I've never been spoken to about it. So, anyways, so that's the what to do. And then let me just come back to the modules and make sure I haven't missed anything. I'm going on forever. So there's the two forums posts. I won't click on them because I don't want to make any. Some people have started, and I don't want to show any names. I want this to be generic. Okay, course resources we talked at, all those tools. The books. I think I said something about books. So let's see. Where's the FAQ? FAQ. Here you go. I got them linked a couple of places. Yeah, so here's how I talked about what do you need for books. There's the ISBNs and all that, and then some more text that talked about. Then here's a video. I actually just recorded this recently, and how to get registered out at WebAssign. There's a direct link. All you're going to need is to set up an account there, and of course I talk about that in the video. You do need to buy this. You gotta buy WebAssign. How you get it is up to you. My personal recommendation is go buy it directly from WebAssign. It costs about $46 rather than $60-something out at eCampus. CCB wants me to say this too. Maybe I've already said this in this video, but if you buy through eCampus and eCampus messes up, CCB can support you and nag at them. If you buy directly from WebAssign, they can't. Or if you buy from some other third-party place, CCB can't support you as far as making that purchase. So I've never had anybody have problems with WebAssign. One time, one student didn't follow my instructions, and they went to Cengage, is the company that owns WebAssign, and Cengage sold them a $140 package, which it was like for 2 years of service and blah blah blah. Don't go do this. Watch that video, and it's really easy, and it costs you a minimal amount. I think they let you do PayPal or card. Maybe there's another one. I don't remember now. Okay, so I guess that's it. no, remember, I'm here to help. Uh, I think I've done everything I want to do in this video. So I'm here to help. I want to help you. Make use of me. Don't disappear. Hey, ask questions. Yes, I'm going to ask a lot of you, but it's very manageable. I mean, just don't procrastinate. I got a picture here in my high school classroom that I teach at. I've got a picture of Abe Lincoln, and he's talking about procrastination and putting off things, and he does it in a very eloquent way. And then I've got my photograph underneath it, and it says procrastination is death. I've been there, I've done that. I learned not to. So hopefully you're already there and you don't have to make my mistakes. All right, I guess I'm done. Let me know what you need.